Isang masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Hello, good afternoon sa ating lahat. Good afternoon, Sir Jazz.
Good afternoon, Zen. How are you?
I'm great, Sir Jazz. What about you? Kumusta yung hapon mo?
Okay lang. Kasi, you know what? I were attending, no, is research, ito, presentation. Katatapos lang namin.
Oh, I see. So how was it, Sir Jazz?
Yeah. It was great. It was fun and have learning in research because we're now in stage 5 and we're going to have our stage 6 and then research congress very soon.
Wow, that's good to hear, Sir Jazz. I think you love research, Sir
Yes.
Jazz. I think and I believe.
Yeah, I love research. You know what? I'm studying qualitative research and somewhat like I'm
Okay.
just enjoying myself, even if I will have this busy schedule. But you have to see that our learners are still be there, no, and to cooperate with us, no, in our session here in our ETUlay. And thank you so much in our ETUlay tutorial because we are awarded as most
Yes.
and them generation.
Yes, that's right, Sir Jazz.
Congratulations.
Congratulations sa ating dalawa Best Tandem Award.
Yes, and
Yes.
also of you, no, be a creative tutor. Congratulations, tutors. I'm very proud of you, and I'm very proud to all our team, no, in our senior high school English department. All right,
Wow, thank
Tutor
you so
Zen,
much,
this is
Sir
now
Jess.
our
Yes.
quarter two. Ano bang
Mm-hmm.
hinanda natin, Tutor Zen?
Yes, that's right, Sir Jess. And by the way, to all
Mm.
our viewers at this moment, good afternoon once again. And it's Tuesday,
Hello,
it's
good
Choose English
afternoon.
Day. So magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. And also, let
Yeah.
me use this opportunity, Sir Jess, to greet all the some individuals from our Division of Agusan del Sur for
Mm.
the yes for acknowledging the recognition that I have received from ETUlay Online Tutorial. So thank you so
Wow!
much,
Give it
DepEd
up! Give it up! Give
Agsur.
it up! Give it up!
Yes.
Yes! 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 That's our
Yes.
goal.
Yes, that's right,
One of
Sir
our
Jess.
goals. Yeah.
That's right. And of course, sa ating mga learners, especially the senior high school learners, welcome once again to this second quarter of the reading and writing
Mhm.
skills subject. All right. And shout
Yeah.
out nga pala, Sir, just before we give them the episode guide to Enrico
Hi!
Dalupan. Hello,
Hello!
Dalupan BTech, Senior High School, Grade 11, GAS. Okay. Hello, Enrico and Aname Gutan and Johara Cordoa from
Wow!
Anislaga National High School. Hello
Alam
sa
kong
ating
familiar
lahat.
yan sila, di ba? Yung mga suki natin,
Mhm.
Tudor
Yes,
Zen.
they have
Hello!
been
Hello,
consistent
children!
participants. Yes, that's right, Sir
Learners!
Jess. Uh-huh.
Okay, Tudor
And
Zen, ano pa?
yes, there you go, Sir Jess. Here it is, our dear learners, the episode guide from weeks 1 to 8. So this will be our topics, starting from hypertext down to professional
Yeah.
correspondence, and these are really
Wow!
necessary for our learners to learn. Especially, they will have to go to the field after finishing college or high school. Okay, so
Yeah. So
yeah,
as we all know, no, Tutor Zen, they enjoyed much in our discussions, no, in our tutorial during our first quarter by
yes,
our
that's right.
topics. No, we discussed,
Mhm.
and also they are now well equipped now to embrace the new topics that we're going through in our second quarter, and it's more fun because we are going to have another topics that make them determined to know about these things because these are all important, no, in
Mhm.
terms of reading and writing.
Precisely, Sir Jess. Like they and also Sir Jess, they're not just actually learning, they're also earning something or learning or I mean winning something.
Yeah.
Yes, out of from our surprises. Yes, Sir Jess.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so yes, for this afternoon, our dear participants, we are on the hypertext and the intertext. So once again, this is your tutor Zen, and I am with tutor
Tutor
Jess.
Jess from Tago
Yeah,
City Division and Tutor Zen from
from
Agusan del
Agusan del
Sur.
Sur
Hello.
Division.
Hi, Heavenly
Hello.
Tanghian. And
I
also
know
Tutor
also
Zen,
Nicole. Yes, Nicole
Nicole.
Labriaga. Good afternoon. Watching
Mm.
from Santa Lucia National High School. Nicole is
Taga
Labriaga.
saan to ito
Hello,
siya, no?
Nicole.
Saan ba itong
Santa
Lucia National High
Lucia.
School?
I'm not also familiar with Sir
Kadalasan,
Jess,
no?
but
Kadalasan yung mga kuha natin, ng mga audience from
um,
Luzon, mayroon pa
Isabela.
Visayas, tsaka, oh
Mhm.
yeah, and also from Mindanao. Yes,
Yes,
Isabela, no?
may
Dami
taga
din.
Negros din, Sir Jess.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So, yung mga
Mhm.
participants natin, so even not only in our subjects now, but also the other subjects, if you are very participative, no, in our discussions or in our tutorial, your
Mhm.
schools are is one of the recognized institutions, no, during our last, no, recognition day after the
Mhm.
quarter. Di ba, Tutor
Yes,
Zen?
that's right, Sir Jess. The school that would be notified or noticed as one of the participating schools, like in the sessions, not only for the reading and writing skills, but also across the subjects. Yes, they will be
Yes.
given the recognition. That's right. And
Yeah.
hello, Renz Giver Kalyanta. Hello, good afternoon. So our
Hi,
learners.
Rance.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Sir Jess. So this is now the objectives of our session. What are we going to expect at the end of this? So the first one, our dear
Yes.
learners, it's to define hypertext and intertext. Number two,
Number two.
identify the key elements of intertextuality. And the third,
Number three.
determine whether a concept uses hypertext or intertextuality. Like we're going to do that one in an activity. And the
Yeah.
last one is adhere to the
Number
importance of
four.
hypertext and intertext in daily life. That's right,
Yes.
Sir Jess. Bakit nga
So,
ba
more
kailangan
on
ma-learn to?
hypertext and intertext tayo dito. Okay?
That's right, Sir Jess. That's for
I'm
our
so
first session.
excited.
And
We are
yes,
two
me too,
all
Sir
students.
Jess. And also, let's give thanks to this division. schools division offices. Like we're using their modules in our as our guide for the session. So thank you so much from
Mm.
Negros Oriental, Region 4A
Wow.
Calabarzon, and I've also added Zamboanga Peninsula or just as from
Oh,
Region 9. Yes,
yeah.
because yeah, they have this activity that I really want to use in this session. So let's go, Sir Jess.
Mhm.
Good
Yeah,
afternoon,
let's
Lauren
go.
Legaspi. Hi, good
Good
afternoon. So
afternoon.
yeah, so as what you can see in our screen, our dear participants, this is actually a photo and it's being covered. Now,
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
photo contains a photo of someone. She's a famous artist, singer, composer, and so on. And yes, later on in our session, we are going to unveil who this artist is. But we
Mhm.
won't. Yes, we will not know who this artist is if we won't be able to get through the tasks, Sir Jess. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So
Okay.
to our
So meaning to
participants.
say,
Mm-hmm.
we must do, I need to win our task before we reveal this image we're going
That's
through. Okay.
right, Sir Jess. Yes. And I'm sure that everyone loves this figure.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
Me
so Sir
too.
Jess, let's do this.
All
The
right.
first activity, our dear learners, prepare your comment sections as we are about to do the first activity, this one. Okay. So, to our learners, all you have to do is to guess the word or the letters in here. You try to what do you call this one? Wait, sorry, Jess. Mm-hmm. Okay, you try to guess the letters that can be found on the left side by
Mhm.
simply trying to rearrange these letters.
Mm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yes, yes, sir, Jess. So you're going to guess the words by rearranging the letters. That's simply saying, okay. So we have here the word hypertext. What is the definition of hypertext? Now we have the
Mhm.
first word in here, and it's being jumbled. So to our
Yes,
dear
jumbled.
participants, yes, that's right, Sir
They
Jess.
will arrange this one, no? They will arrange.
That's right, Sir Jess.
What
The
word
first
they can
one,
form.
yes, using these letters, and we also have this one, Sir Jess, and this words. Okay, so to our dear
Okay.
participants, ano kayang mga words ito? The first, the second, the third. By the way, hello, while they are still typing their answers. Hello, Lorna
Yeah.
Legaspi from SDO
Hello,
Nueva Ecija.
Lorna.
Yes, hello, Lorna. Shout out sa lahat ng mga taga Palayan City. Okay.
Yes, it's the on
Mm-hmm.
Annex Palayan City
Mm-hmm.
Central School.
Yes, that's right,
Okay,
Sir Jess.
Chiruzen, go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can see in here answers like non-linear. Uh-huh.
Mm,
What about for the
yeah.
others? Uh-huh.
What about the others? Okay,
Oh,
information, show.
yeah.
Oh, Pacquiao
Well,
na tala
okay.
Jara, crudo.
Yes, let's try to check, Joara, if your answer is correct for this first
Yes.
activity. Mm-hmm.
Go. Yeah.
Uh-huh. We have nonlinear.
Mm,
Good job. Okay. And we also have information.
information.
Good.
Yeah, correct.
And the last one is we have the word show.
Show.
Okay. Good.
Very nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. So, Enrico, you also got number two and number three correctly. Okay. So,
Yeah, thank you.
yes, sir, Jess. So, using these
Mm,
words that we have formed in here out from the jumbled letters, we can say that hypertext means uh, nonlinear information, or it shows a nonlinear information. So, later on, we will know what is this nonlinear information all about.
mm,
Now,
yeah.
yes, sir, Jess. And let's have this one to our dear learners. Get ready. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, these are the letters in here. Right side naman tayo, Sir Jess. And our
Yeah.
dear participants will just have to simply rearrange again these letters to form a new word. What do you
Mm,
think, our dear participants? Like, of the first
okay.
word, start with letter C. Uh huh.
Mm,
And the
uh-huh,
next
uh-huh.
word starts with letter B. And the last word
Oh,
starts with letter T. Uh-huh.
T, yeah.
That's
Nakukuha ko
right.
na. Nakuha mo na, Tutor Zen.
Uh-huh.
Ano kaya ang tamang sagot?
Ano kaya ang
Okay.
tamang sagot?
Kanina no, naka-answer sila Juara. Ano yung pagbasa? Non-real line or baka linear ito kanya.
Non-linear. Yes, sir,
Non-linear.
Jess.
Okay.
Mhm, that's right.
Then, ano mga answers ng ating mga audience?
I
Hello?
can see in here, Sir Jess, number one,
Hmm.
connection. Good.
Sige.
Mm-hmm.
Connection.
Try
Hmm.
natin i-check
Tingnan na
yan
natin.
later. Mm-hmm.
Next.
Next
Ano
is,
pa? Ano pa mga answers nila?
uh-huh. Number two,
Mhm.
between. Good job. And
Mm. Number
okay, so the
three,
last one is
texts.
texts. Yes, that's right, Sir Jess.
Yes, that's
Mm-hmm.
it. Nakuha talaga nila Kalienta, di no? At
Mm-hmm.
Dalupan. Hello! Hi!
Hello. Hi, Renz. Yes,
Taga saan ba si
between.
Renz tsaka si Enrico?
Mm-hmm. Yes, taga
Okay.
saan kayo?
Si
You shout
Kudua
out
sa
your
inyo, no?
school. Yes,
Sa
from
inyo ito
Manislaga
si Kudua,
National
no?
High School, Sir Jess. Yes,
Ah?
that's right.
Okay.
Okay, so there you go. So we have this one. If we're going to combine these
Mm.
words out from the jumbled letters, we can say that intertext means connection between text. Hello,
Between and
Melogene
text.
Royeras. Okay, so we have text. Nakuha mo yung number three. All right.
Yes!
Okay, so there you go, Sir Jess. So ito yung mga sagot kanina, Sir Jess. The hypertext and the intertext. Pag sinabi nating hypertext, it simply means a text which shows a nonlinear information, and for the intertext,
Mm.
simply means connection between texts. Now,
Mm.
balik na naman tayo sa image, Sir Jess. According
Sige.
to Enrico, I have 4 out of 6. Not bad at
Woo!
all. Yes,
Yes!
agree. Agree,
Passing
Enrico.
rate, no?
Mm-hmm. That's right, Sir Jess.
Yes.
And according to
Si Renz pala.
Renz,
Ito. Mm.
Sir
From
Jess.
Imelda Integrated Secondary School, Malabon. Okay,
Mhm.
hi! Hi,
Shout outs sa
Renz.
taga
How are you?
Malabon. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And to our dear learners, as what you can see in the screen, our image is slowly unfolding. Hala, sino kaya tong artist na
Sino
to?
kaya ito?
Sige, para
May
ma-unveil ko
pa-premiere
yan,
tayo
Sir
kung
Jess.
ma-image.
Okay, Sir Jess.
Yes.
So, we will unveil more about this artist or this
Yes, of this.
image as we go
Sino
on.
kaya ito?
That's right, Sir Jess. So this one is like the expanded description of hypertext. So when we talk about hypertext, this is a non-linear way to present information and is usually accomplished using links. Non-linear
Mm.
siya, dear students, in the sense that it doesn't follow the traditional text that you have to read from the beginning, like in the upper portion, and then you have to go through the middle to the end, and so that's linear way of reading. But in the
Mm.
hypertext, yes, Sir Jess, some words in the text are being linked to another information. That's hypertext.
Yeah. So meaning to
Mhm.
say, it would be hidden, but it is in line with what you are reading.
Yes, that's
So
right, Sir
just like
Jess.
no, just like that we're doing, basta sa, in a text, no, that we are
Mm-hmm.
typing, or if from the word hypertext, so there would be a hidden meaning to that, or a reading out from that reading.
Yes,
So
that's right, Sir Jess.
if we're having to have a text through through word, or somewhat like a passage, that there would be
Mm-hmm.
highlighted that one. So there would
Mm-hmm.
be some of a tendency that your reading is having that another reading out from what you are, what you have read.
Yes, Sir Jess.
Hmm.
And to add to that, Sir Jess, we're going to show our learners an example of a
Yes.
hypertext. Okay.
Yes. Tingnan nga
Yes, that's
natin.
right, Sir
Okay,
Jess.
from out
And
from
then,
that hypertext, 'di ba? Andito nga 'yon, no, hyperlink.
yes, the hyperlinks are just, and yes, through links and connections at the same time, Sir Jess, the text is not presented directly, so it would allow the readers to have the chance to create their
Mm.
own meaning of the text, like what could this
Yes.
text be all about, or what is this word, or what
Mm.
does the word mean? All right, and learn
Mhm.
associatively, like the learners can make their own connection using the hypertext. Now let's have this
Tama
example.
ka, Churor.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. Okay, so this is an example of a hypertext. This is taken uh, from Wikipedia. If yes, we
Mhm.
can search this one in Google. So as what you can see in here, we have the text. and we will not be reading this one. We'll just try to
Mm.
open the text that's being hyperlinked. Okay, so this
Mm.
is the hypertext, for example. So if we're going to click hypotext, the word hypotext is being underlined,
Mhm.
we will be
Mhm.
taken to another slide or another part. So
Mm.
that's
Mm.
how hyperlinks work or hypertext
Mm.
works. Yeah, so this is not a
Mm.
definition from clicking the word.
Oo.
Okay.
So mean to say, no, kapag mag-click kayo, and then, 'di ba familiarize naman tayo sa mga hyperlink. So yung makarelate niyan is yung mga yes, yung mga grade school
Mm-hmm.
students in a higher level or some of no students no in high school no
Mm-hmm.
natututo na silang mag-click ng mga links, 'di ba? So somewhat like
That's
that
right,
there
Sir
are
Jess.
other meanings out of a word, no? Or ano ba
Mm-hmm.
yung click-click nila, no?
Yes,
So
that's
that
right.
is what hypertext all about in connection to a hyperlink. So
Hyperlink.
example dito is hypotext. Kuha talaga ang
Mm-hmm.
meaning.
Yes, that's right, Sir Jess. And so much for that. We're back again to this one kasi kinik yung shape in the lower
Yes.
portion. Yes. So we have in here, Sir, just another additional information about hypertext. The World Wide Web is a global hypertext system of information residing on servers linked across the internet. So if we try to open our Google Chrome or our Google pages, we will be
Mm-mm.
taken or we are engaging ourselves in a pervasive world hypertext, and that's the World Wide Web. Kasi pag
Yes.
inopen natin yung
Tama.
Google search, no, ang daming links. Pag open natin,
Mm.
punta ako sa page na to, ayan. So, nakalink na siya to
Mm.
other information source. So, that's,
Mm.
World Wide Web is the best example.
Yeah.
And also, Sir Jess, nowadays, this is not just limited, hypertext is not just limited to texts, but also it is or it can involve images, audio, and videos that stimulate more senses. Hindi lang siya sa text nakafocus, Sir Jess.
Yes.
And this is
Oo.
called hypermedia. Okay, that's
Ayan.
right, Sir Jess. Sir
Okay,
Jess,
from
are
the
you
word
okay in
itself,
there?
media. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
From the word media.
That's right, Sir Jess. Different objects, different medium. That's right. Okay, so
Mm-mm.
that's for the hypertext. Now, bakit kailangan nating gumamit ng hypertext? For these reasons. First, in a hypertext system, the reader is free to navigate information by exploring the connections provided. Here, hello, Enrico. Yes, I would. Can you share your ice cream to us?
Yes, gugutom din kami, Enrico, ha? I am eating ice cream before it melts. So, kainin mo na lang yung ice cream mo while you are viewing with us here.
Yeah, that's right. And enjoy Enrico. And also, hypertext is a
Oo.
very different way of presenting information than the useful linear form. That's what I mentioned earlier.
Yes, tama. Tama ka,
Yes.
Charon.
And the next one, text no longer flows in a straight line for a book. Instead, it is
Hmm.
broken down into many smaller units. To
Mm-mm.
borrow a term from literary criticism, that's lexias. Para ano na, smaller units na siya. Each
So,
addressing a few
talagang
issues.
sinasabi talaga no, yung ating hypertext is kwan talaga. From the word itself, kanina yung sinabi mo na ang hypertext is non-linear. Okay? From
That's
the word
right, Sir
itself,
Jess.
non-linear. So, hindi mo talaga makikita doon sa ating or a book na you're reading.
Mm.
No?
Yes,
Kasi
Sir Jess.
non-linear siya.
Parang ano lang, Sir Jess, parang nakatingin ka sa isang text na talagang short lang, but then ang
Mm.
dami pala niyang information naka-store, but nakalink
Yes,
lang.
maganda. Yes, maganda yung
Mm,
hypertext, no, 'di ba, Children? So kaya nga
mhm.
sinasabi dito na maraming kung hindi lamang words, merong audio, meron pang video na mga example, so sinatawag na siyang hypermedia.
Harpy Maria, yes, that's right, Sir Jess.
Mm.
And also, okay, another one, aside from hypertext, is we have that's what we call the intertext.
Mm.
An intertext is one method of text development that enables the author to make another text based on another text. It
Mm.
happens when some properties of an original text are incorporated in the text that is created by another
Ah,
author.
okay.
Uh-huh, that's
So
right,
this is
Sir Jess.
related, ma'am, no, because I'm so ano 'to, maka-relate talaga ako nito kasi we're having with our research. And one of that
Mhm.
is doing the RRL. And we are about to
Hmm.
have ano, familiar ito sa mga estudyante, even sa mga junior or senior high school, no? They're having with
Mm.
the qualitative and quantitative research,
Research.
no? So out from your topic, you will read a lot, no? From a lot, no? Readings or journals, researches, related researches. Then out
Mhm.
from the same or ano ito, ano ito, similar yung
Of
mga concept ninyo, no, na pwede
mm.
nating pagkuhanan ng datos o yung dara,
Mm.
no, in
Yeah.
other terms that they have this the same. And then from the word it's an author to make another text based for another text. So that
Mhm.
would be one of the examples, ma'am, no? Then we
Yes,
can
that's
get.
right, Sir Jess. Actually, Sir Jess, the intertext, the idea of intertext, is
Mm.
anchored to the concept of let's just say, nowadays kasi, Sir Jess, yung information, it doesn't start in a scratch. Like,
Hmm,
yung
tama.
information natin, kinukuha natin from, or we can be inspired, or we can get this information from other sources. So that
Hmm,
is why,
mm,
parang ano siya ba, Sir Jess, hindi tayo nakakabuo
mm,
ng idea natin na talagang original sa atin kasi lahat ng
mm,
idea na formulate natin, these are all inspired from other
hmm.
information.
Mm.
So
So mean
that's
to
for
say there will be an anchor, no, to that information na ginakuan lang siya, gina-expound, and there would be a ano ito, a dynamic information out from the idea. So
mhm.
magagamit din 'yan pero ah, dapat talaga, no, yun sa research naman may kinalaman din yung plagiarism. So
Yes,
kinakailangan
Sir
din
Jess.
nating maging original tsaka magiging ano ito, nung ano
Mhm.
yung mga
Yes.
opinion para sa atin or not opinion
Mm.
but the idea itself na objective.
Yes, Sir Jess. We can actually elicit, or we can actually give or share some ideas out from that text
Hmm,
based ating understanding dun sa
hmm.
nabasa natin, Sir Jess, out
Yes,
from the text
tama,
that we
Tudor.
have borrowed. Yes, and also, Sir Jess, you mentioned earlier about plagiarism. And
Mm,
for us to avoid plagiarism or committing plagiarism, there are ways or methods in the intertext that we can use para safe tayo
yes,
makakommit
tama.
niyan. Okay. So we
Mm,
have here the four specific methods, namely retelling, quotation, allusion, and pastiche. All
mm.
right. Aha, so ano tong mga apat na methods na to? Now, our dear learners, ito na. We have here the task number two, it's a match. Now, sa ating
Mm,
mga learners, ito yung gagawin nyo. Just have to match the definition in column B to the methods in column A. Then you choose the
mm.
letter of the correct answer. So you just simply type the letter of the correct answer in the comment section. Okay, sa column B, makikita yung meaning. Sa column A naman yung methods. Ready na ba ang
Mhm.
lahat? Ready ka na, Sir
Ready,
Jess?
ready na. Ready na,
Mm-hmm.
Chirizen. Go.
Yes. So let's start, Sir Jess. This one. Uh-huh.
To.
Mm-hmm.
Ano kayang
Okay.
answer nila dito?
All right. Yes, sir,
Mm.
Jess. So we have here our dear learners. Number one, retelling to quotation, free allusion, and four pastiche. Now, what could be from this column, the methods in column A, number one, retelling, which do you think, which meaning do you think from the column B coincides or is appropriate to retelling? Is it letter A?
Yan.
Yes. Is it letter B, C, or D? Our dear
D.
learners, number
Tingnan
one,
natin dyan.
retelling.
Lagyan na
And
number.
mhm. And by the way, Sir Jess, nag-share si Enrico dito, hypertext is text which contains links to other texts. Yes,
Yes. Thank you,
parang
Enrico. Yes, that
sinimplify niya
is
yung
okay. Oh.
understanding niya. So we have in here retelling, quotation. So
Ano
you
kaya
can start
ito?
with
From
number
the word
one.
itself, no? Retell.
Mm-hmm.
Retelling. Sige na,
Saan kaya dito?
Children.
Okay,
Ano kaya dito
let's
ang ating
try.
answer?
Okay, I can see now in here, Sir Jess, it's letter C. Okay. Okay. So we
Eh,
have Renz, B.
B
Let's
daw,
let me
number
check.
one. Tingnan natin, Children.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For
Tama.
number one, yes, you got it correctly. Ren's, it's letter B. Retelling means the restatement of a story or
Re-expression.
re-expression of a
Tama.
narrative. Yes. Parang
Mm,
ano,
tama,
you
Charot.
just simply state again the story that you
Yeah.
have learned or you have
Mm,
read. Good job.
yes.
Number two, you have answers in here from okay.
Enrico.
Enrico
Enrico is
B.
letter C the number one. But what
Mm-hmm.
about number two? Mine is
Mm-hmm.
Enrico. But
Quotation
you
yung
have a
number
good idea,
two.
no? Quotation
Yes.
talaga. Okay, tingnan natin ha kung ano ba yung tamang
Mhm.
sagot. According naman kay Jose, it's letter B. Number
For
one
number
is B.
one. And you
Sino
got
ba
it
at number
correctly, Jose.
two?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Let's
How
try
about
to
number two,
check number
Zen?
two. Okay.
Pag
For number
sinasabi
two,
natin
we have
quotation, it should be exact.
yes.
Yan, doon. Exact statement. Wala tayong dinadagdag, wala tayong kinukuha, but exact talaga, Churusan.
Yes, that's right, Sir Jess. Especially, for example, yung sinabi mo earlier, Sir Jess, na gumagawa ka ng research, then there's that phrase or words that you don't want the meaning to change if you're going to borrow it. So
Mm.
just simply use
Yes.
quotation. Uh-huh.
Oo,
So
tama
that you
nga,
can
Chur.
retain the original meaning. And
Yes.
yes, and congrats to
Mm.
Renz and Jose
And
Angelo, letter
Jose.
B. Yes, that's right. Number three,
Congratulations.
Sergi, Serges.
Okay,
We
ano
have the
naman, ang
allusion.
naiwan na lang is, meron na lang tayong A at
A
saka
at
C.
saka
So,
C.
saan ba
So,
sa kanila? Pag
mm-hmm.
sinasabi nating allusion, it is... Tan, tan, tan,
Mm-hmm.
tan.
Ta-da!
Si Bel
Okay.
Watin daw late. It's never been late. Sige lang,
Yeah,
kasali ka pa
better
rin.
late than never, Bell.
Pwede namang ma-review yung ating
Mm-hmm.
session, no? Sa lahat
That's
ng mga
right, Serges.
nanonood o
Mm-hmm.
sa merong mga mahinang signal, no, sa ating internet, pwede lang
Mm-hmm.
ma-review ito at replay. Replay
Uh-huh.
team!
Yes, yes,
Kayang-kaya.
Serges. Uh-huh.
Kasi
And yes,
reading and writing skills.
most of our learners also, Sir, just got the correct answers. That's A.
Yes, tama.
So in this method, the writer or speaker explicitly or implicitly pertains to an idea or passage found in another text without the use of quotation. So it's
Okay.
almost the same with quotation, but the difference is
But
that you yes, as what I have Sir
this
Jess,
is not direct yata. Oo,
mhm.
hindi direct. Kasi yung
It could be
quotation
direct.
natin is, oo. Kasi in
Mm.
quotation talaga is masasabi talaga natin exactly, no, na sinasabi
Mhm.
talaga ng isang author.
Ng author. Yes, that's right, Sir Jess. And also additional information, Sir Jess, as what I had read. Allusion actually if you're using allusion, you do not have to explain the meaning of the idea that you have taken. So the
Mm.
reader can have the idea immediately that you are referring your text to something. Like for example, if I would say it's better to have loved than to have not loved at all. So the readers can actually get the
Okay.
idea, suggest that he's
Mm.
pertaining to Lord Alfred Tennyson, the quote from Lord Alfred Tennyson.
Yes.
Yes,
That's it.
suggest, and that's for allusion. Mm-hmm.
Even
And
though
for
that
the
they
last
have
one,
the no quotation, no? From the
yes,
quotation
suggest.
mark.
Mm-hmm, that's right, suggest. And the
Mm.
last one is the pastiche. Okay,
Anong
so
pastiche?
anong
Naiwan natin is
pastiche?
letter
C.
letter C.
So,
Yes.
so it is a text developed in a way that it copies the style or other properties of another text without making
Mm.
fun of it, unlike in a parody.
Mm.
So, ano siya? Okay? So, we have in here, Sir Jess. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Naaano ako, Sir Jess, ha?
Okay, so
All
meaning
right.
to say, this is
Mm-hmm.
a text, no? Develop the way that it copies the style or properties of another text. So, meaning to say, there would be imitation, there will be a copy of the style.
Mm-hmm. That's how it suggests.
Mm.
But not in a parody. Like, for example, the Ten Commandments. We have that one from the Bible, and then you make 10 Commandments of marriage. That's an example of pastiche.
Okay.
Yes. So we have in here.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations, Jose Angelo. 4/4. Renz 4/4. Okay, so Enrico, yes, you can
Yes,
work
Enrico.
out it.
Yes, Enrico. Congratulations, ha?
Yes.
Or next Tuesday on, okay. Sige
Babawiin daw
lang,
niya sa next
striving.
Tuesday. Oh, wala, no worries,
Yes. Galing
Enrico.
na, Enrico.
Mm-hmm.
Enrico.
Yeah. So also,
Good,
Sir Jess,
Peter.
We have here the questions that we can use to validate if we have the
Mm,
intertext or if we're using
intertext.
intertext. Number one, just remember this, our dear learners. Number one question: are there two or more stories involved? So,
Yes.
you can say that gumamit siya ng intertext pag nakita mong dalawang story na dun sa text.
Mm,
Another is, does the
tama.
text show a direct or indirect connection to another piece of work? Connected ba siya to another piece of work? Like, is the
Yes.
work familiar? Kasi na-encounter mo na
Okay.
yung original. Yes. Example for this
Yeah.
one, Sir is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley is a horror novel. It is also called the
Yeah.
modern Prometheus because it is believed to be
Okay.
inspired by the story of Prometheus found in Greek myths.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oo. So,
Aha.
tama
So,
nga 'no,
yan yung
tama yung mga
example.
kriteriya natin. Yan yung mga
Mhm.
kriteriya natin na masasabi natin to validate intertext. So,
Mm.
sabi ni Jose, oh, ano 'to, bukas po meron, oh, bukas pa.
Mhm.
Yes, always ito yung ating mga ginagawa na session 'no.
Oo.
Kung i-search niyo lang
It's
ito,
everyday.
puwede
Oo.
kayong ma-review, ma-reply.
Yes, Sir Jazz. And
Okay,
to our
Cheruzen!
learners, yes, balik tayo sa
Kaunti na
image.
lang.
Yes, nag-a-unveil na siya, Sir Jess,
Mukha
and
na
I
lang.
think our
Gusto ko mukha
learners,
na lang.
yes, I think they
Ikaw
have
siguro
already an
yan,
idea.
Cheruzen.
Hala, oy, ang ganda ko naman, Sir Jess. Okay, so
O
there you
yan.
go. Sige, sa ating
Mm.
learners, get ready kasi meron pa tayong task number 3 and it's called
Mm.
identify. Identify kasi H
Mm.
or I dito, Sir Jesse. Ito yung directions. Below are some descriptions of different stories. Your right
Mm.
eye, our dear learners, in the comment section if the context of each story is in intertext. Right
Mm.
H if it is in
If
hypertext.
it is hypertext. So meaning to
Ala,
say, I for intertext and
intertext.
H for hypertext.
Hypertext. Okay, let's get ready, our dear participants.
Go, go,
Let's do
go,
this.
Cheruzen.
Number one. Okay, Snow, Glass,
Mm.
Apples is a short story by Neil Gaiman. This piece tells the story of Snow White from the point of view of her stepmother, who was actually trying to save the kingdom from her bloodthirsty stepdaughter. Number
Stepdaughter.
one. Yes.
What is
Number
your
one, our
answer?
participants. What do you think? Is it H
Lagyan na lang
or
ng number
I?
siguro, Cheruzen, no?
Ah,
How about number 2?
mhm.
Cheruzen.
Wicked by Gregory Maguire revolves around the story of the Wicked Witch of the West from Frank Baum's The Wizard of Oz and reimagines her as the misunderstood protagonist, Elphaba.
Mm.
Our dear listeners, remember the criteria earlier that we have given, like connections, tapos may
Yes.
dalawang story ba in the text?
Mm.
Indication yan ng
And number
intertext.
3,
Sige,
Fast
Sir Jess.
City by Don Bosco is an interactive narrative which presents a set of conflicts and psychological landscapes placed within a technology obsessed urban space.
Mm-hmm. And we
Okay.
have answer in here already, Sir Jess, from Enrico
Yes!
Jose
Ang galing talaga.
Angelo. So we have from Enrico number one H, two
Hypertext.
I, three H,
Intertext
hypertext.
and 3H.
Mhm.
Yes.
And for Jose
Kang Jose
Angelo number one,
naman.
hypertext, two intertext.
Hmm.
Okay,
Kang
so let's try to
Renz. Merong
check.
intertext
Renz,
na yung number 1, tsaka 2 is hypertext. Tingnan natin,
hypertext.
Cheruzen, anong mga answers
Let's
nito.
check your answers. Kinakabahan ako.
Tadaranan! That's intertext. Yeah, intertext.
Yes, there you go. And Jose Angelo and Renz. Yes, H for interesting.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Jara
IIH.
Kunoa. Hi. Hi,
Mhm.
Jersey.
Hello,
Hello,
Jersey,
baby. How
honey.
are
And
you?
it's
I
good to
miss
see you
you,
in here,
baby.
Jersey. So we have, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
So
wait.
introduction
Kwan talaga
number
natin yan.
one. Mhm.
Elementary
Consistent
student to,
doer.
but yes, learning the high school
uh,
subjects, especially in English.
uh-huh.
Hi,
So,
Jersey. Okay.
hello and
Jeruzen,
mm,
I-I-H. Tama.
H. Oo, ay yung 1 and 2 kasi as what we can observe in here, may dalawang stories mentioned in the text.
Hmm.
In the
Nag-relate
number
siya.
3, yes, Sir Jess, they are
Hmm.
being connected to one another. Yung number
Yes,
3
tama.
naman is hyperlink lang siya kasi it's we cannot really see a text that is being compared to the fast city
Compared to
mentioned
that.
in here. So kaya
Yes.
hypertext lang siya. We could say na yung fast city nakalink siya dun sa sa other source of information. Mm.
According to Jose, 2/3, and Enrico, one got 2 and out of 3. Okay naman, wala
Oo,
problema
that's
yan.
not
You
bad,
just
oo.
practice, practice. Basta naiintindihan na
Identifying
nila,
hypertext.
more
Mm,
on talaga yun, more related readings yung ating intertext na masabi natin
mm.
na makikita mo talaga sa isang, okay, sa isang statement na talaga, o makita mo dito, so merong gi-compare ng mga
Oo, yes.
statements.
Mayroong dalawang stories na kino-connect, Sir Jazz, oo. So,
Yes.
congratulations our dear learners, and there
Congratulations!
you go.
Yes! There you
Hala,
go. Alam ko
it's
na.
slowly
Ito
unveiling,
siya.
parang may idea na tayo 'no?
Si
Parang ako
Rosen. Siguro yan.
oo,
Si Rosen.
parang ako yan, Sir Jess
Go,
nga 'no.
Chidor!
Go, Sir Jess, so we
Rosen,
have the
go!
assessment in here. Yes, so dear learners, get
Ah,
ready again to check your understanding. Okay,
okay,
number
here we
1.
go.
Letter of the correct answer lang, our dear participants, to type in your comment section. Number
Mm.
1, the new text that is formed using intertext has blank, borrowed, or imitated from the original text. Uh, Pag sa
Okay,
intertext
what is
daw,
your
yes, Sir Jess.
answer?
Anong
Go, go,
binaborrow
go.
natin from the original text, Sir Jess,
Yes.
kapag ginagamit yung intertext? Is
Go.
it A, location,
Chirizen.
B, language,
Ano kayang
C,
sagot mo?
context,
Ano
or
yung
D,
sagot?
time?
Oo. Or ano yung sagot ng
Okay.
ating mga learners?
I can see in here, Sir Jess, letter, okay,
D,
D,
according to Enrico.
B,
Reveal nga
let's
natin.
check.
Tingnan! Letter B.
Yes, B,
Yan
language
talaga
yung
binabaro
binaborrow
natin.
natin from the
Hindi
original text.
location, context, hindi yung time.
Tama.
Number 2.
Number 2, this one. Which of the following text does not allow intertextuality to occur? Saan
To
dito yung walang
occur.
intertextuality? Yes. Is it A,
Okay.
allusion, B,
B,
originality, C,
originality.
quotation, C, or
C,
yes,
retelling.
D,
Ano
retelling,
kayang
Sir Jess.
tamang sagot?
Yes.
Ano kayang tamang
Ano
sagot
yung
nito, no?
mhm. Our dear learners, saan kaya dito yung di na-mention na method earlier?
Tingnan natin, learners. According to
Yeah.
Joara, letter C. Tingnan
Mhm.
natin. Letter
Okay.
C. Letter C ba,
Letter
Chirizen?
C. Let's try
Dapat
to check.
mag-eliminate tayo. Mag-eliminate tayo. Yung mga hindi kin-discuss kanina.
Oo.
Oo.
Ano, listen
Kung
natin yung
na-discuss,
wala dito.
okay. Yung
Okay,
not allow intertextuality to occur.
mm.
Okay, siya lang ang naiiba dyan.
Oo. Kasi kanina mayroon
Sige,
tayong
Chirizen.
yeah, so
Oo.
there you go. So just for number 2, that's B.
Tang tararan! Letter B.
Yan. Oo.
'Di ba? Andun yung kanina yung allusion, andun yung kanina yung
Quotation,
quotation, andun yung kanina
retelling.
yung retelling,
Oo.
at saka
Tapos
yung
nawala si pastiche dito.
pastiche.
Yes,
Okay, 'di
replace the
ba?
originality. So, si originality yung hindi kasali.
'Di
Okay.
ba sinasabi nga yung pastiche, yung tinay
Mm.
na to make ikato sa style, oo,
The style
or
of,
properties of the other text.
mm. Oh, yan. Okay
Sige,
lang yan, our dear
Chirizen, number
learners.
3.
Let's go to number 3. It is a text developed in a way that copies the style or other properties of another text without making fun of it, unlike a parody.
Unlike a parody.
Na-mention to kanina.
Habol po ako. Yes, Rins,
Mm.
habol ka, no?
Oo.
Ito talaga ang ating challenge, no? Yung atong internet connection. But,
Connection in the Philippines.
yes, you have your idea. Thank you so
Mm.
much. Okay, according to
And
Enrico, it's letter D daw. Letter
mm,
D daw,
oh,
Chiruzet.
letter D. So ano to siya? Clue, Sir Jess. Na-mention na example dito is the Ten
Ikaw,
Commandments
na-mention
that
ko
we
na.
can see from the Bible. Yes, Sir Jess. Na-mention mo na din.
Na-mention ko na, oh my God! I will try to guess. Sina ng signal, pabalik-balik lang ako.
Pabalik-balik na
Okay,
lang ako. Okay
Rosel.
lang yan, Rosel.
Rosel, okay na okay talaga.
Din.
Rosel,
Oo.
okay? Kasi pwede nyo ma-replay ito, okay? Huwag mabahala. Kasi kami
Oh.
ang gagawa ng paraan para makita nyo kami ulit. Okay?
Okay.
Ano kayo
Yeah,
tamang
that's
sagot
right,
ito
Sir Jess.
number 3,
Ano sagot
Rosel?
number 3? So ito yun, no? Our dear listeners.
Tantaranan! Kabago-bago ko lang
Okay.
sinabi, di ba?
Pastiche.
Style or other
Kinopia.
properties of
Piece of
another
another
text.
text. Pero hindi siya katulad
Go!
ng
Thank you so much.
parody. Oo. Yes, galing.
Okay.
Number 4.
This
Okay, this
method of text development allows writers to produce texts which borrowed ideas from other writers. Ano ang
oh,
tamang
eto
sagot
na.
niyan? Discussion
Oh,
kanina ni Tutor Zen.
yes, that's right. So just alin dito sa options na
Oh,
to yung nagbaborrow ka ng idea from other text so that you
yeah.
can produce your own. A, hypertext. B, intertext. C, context. Or D, concept. Nagborrow ka ng idea ha.
Okay. Yung
So
ang
we
sagot na
have
ni Rosel, naghabol siya. It's letter C. Letter C
C.
daw. Okay, thank you so
Okay.
much, Rosel, for your idea. So, Enrico naman is letter A, hypertext. Tingnan na natin
Mm-hmm.
kung tamang sagot ba
Tingnan
nila,
natin kung
Tutor
tama.
Zen.
It's
Ay,
letter
letter
B.
B.
Oh, and
Yeah!
Jose
Jose, tamang-tama ka,
Angelo got
Jose.
the
Got
correct
it.
answer. Very good,
So,
Jose
mean to say,
Angelo.
okay, borrowed. So, meaning to say, kanina,
Mm.
sinasabi natin yung mga stories.
Oo, na
Yun.
kinukuha natin yung idea, for example, yung
Rinse.
Frankenstein. Oo, yan. Renz also got
Congrats.
it correctly.
Next.
Yes, number
Last na ba
five,
ito,
Sir
tutor?
Jess. Yes, Sir Jess. Number
Sige, tutor
five,
Zen.
mm, James Joyce
James,
used the... Okay, Sir Jess. Go on.
go. Okay. Tutor Zen, go.
Okay, James Joyce used the modern context of the Odyssey in his very famous novel Ulysses. It is an example of a or an blank,
Hmm.
a hyperlink,
Ano
b
kayang sample
intertext, c
nito?
analysis, or d context. Number five, oh, we have Enrico D. Alin
Okay.
dito na-mention to, di ba,
Hmm.
kanina Sir Jess? Oh, alin dito
Hmm.
yung hypertext, alin dito
So,
yung
hindi sila
isa.
mawala. Hindi sila mawala sa ating discussion kasi yun ang mga discussions
Mm,
natin, yun ang ating
mm-mm.
focus. Oo,
We
according to
have
Rosel, it's letter
answers.
D daw.
From Renz, we have B. Okay, let's
B,
try
yes, B
to
din
check
kay
your
Jose.
answers. Oh, Jose
Go,
Angelo, Pirin.
Chirizen! Yeah!
Intertext, that's right.
Okay,
Parang
intertext.
yung content
Diyan
ng
tayo
The
mag-focus.
Odyssey
Oh.
inspired from Ulysses. Yun. So,
Yes.
intertext niyan. Okay, so
Oo.
dating
Yay,
mga learners, you can comment
congratulations!
your scores. Okay, sa lahat sa ating assessment. Okay, you got it correctly,
Chirizen,
Jose Angelo.
okay.
Mhm.
Very good. It's your idol and our idol. Sino
Mm.
siya? Sino siya?
Uh-huh.
Learners.
Our dear learners, sino siya? It's okay. From the image that we covered
Okay.
earlier, yes,
Mm.
ito na yung ano, Sir Jess, yung image. And this is
Okay.
Taylor Swift. And as what we know, Taylor Swift is a famous singer, songwriter. Ang dami niyang
Mm.
talent, Sir Jess, guitarist. And
Yes.
oo. Pero yung question natin, Sir Jess, is bakit nandito si Taylor Swift? Anong ginagawa mo dito, Taylor? Aha. So,
Yes.
ayan,
Tama
sasagutin
sila
natin.
Rosel, tama sila
Mm.
Enrico, tama sila Renz.
Do
So
you also
sinasabi nila
love
kayong
Taylor
get
Swift?
none of the answers. Okay, so it's okay naman
Okay
Children,
lang.
no? Kasi it's
Oo.
a mastery of the knowledge and skills. Pwede lang ma-review
Mm.
and they
Puwede
can
mong
have another
i-review.
exercises. Oh, another exercise because we
Mm.
still have assignment. Then they will
Mm.
go and have to review about our topic because they will enhance their skills in that.
Yes, Sir Jess, that's right. So, there
Okay,
you go.
Children, anong kinalaman
Okay lang yan,
ni
Enrico, ha?
Taylor
Anong
Swift?
kinalaman ni Taylor Swift sa lahat ng mga pangyayaring ito, Sir Jess? Actually,
Okay.
to our dear learners, I know that you heard already her song, Love Story. Ikaw, Sir Jess, have
Mm.
you heard Love Story?
Yes, yes.
Yan,
It's
oo.
very good.
Oo. It's a good song. And actually, the song Love Story is applying intertextuality. Like
Mm.
the content of the love story, the story flow is inspired from the novel of William Shakespeare, which is Romeo and Juliet.
And Juliet.
Yes, that's right. Yes, her
Yes, that
song
would mean
Roselle.
there. Okay. Iyan ba yun mga
Mm-mm.
additional activity nila, Children?
Mm. Oo, ayan Sir Jess. So ano
Ah.
lang, kinonek ko lang si Taylor dito and congratulations kasi umabot tayo
Mm.
dito sa punto na na-meet natin si Taylor Swift. Oo, oo.
Yes.
Kapatid ko nga pala siya. So ganito siya, our dear learners.
Hindi.
Love story, Romeo and Juliet. Yes, Roselle. May intertextuality dun sa kanyang kanta.
Okay.
Oo. So there you
Go,
go,
Chur.
our dear learners. This is now your task, and we will feature your output in our next session. Ganito siya, Sir Jess.
Yes.
Oo.
Go.
Take a screenshot of this, our dear learners.
Mm.
Kasi ito yung gagawin nyo. you can submit or you can post in DepEd ETUlay group a video recording of you
Mm.
singing the song, this one, the one that you can see in the box,
Japanese learning of hypertext and
and
intertextuality.
intertextuality. Oo, ayan.
Yes.
So, kayo ang bahalang magtono niyan as long as it follows Someday, the tune Someday by Nina. Pero
Nina.
Someday. Oo.
Okay.
'Di ba, Sir Jess? Oo,
Yes, yeah.
and
You're
our
gonna realize. Yeah.
mhm. And we
Ayan.
will reward the learner that can post their video recording singing this song.
Yes! From
Wow.
Nina.
So,
There you go.
aabangan namin kayo, Rosel, Jose Angelo, Renz, Enrico. We will await for your video for the
Yes,
singing
outputs.
bee. Oo.
Oo.
Hindi siya
Okay,
kailangan maganda yung
Children.
Hindi
As
kailangan
long as
perfect
you have
yung
the
Sir Jazz.
the most
So,
important is the content, no? The content and the ano ito, insight
oo.
nila.
Oo, para ma-internalize nila yung Sir Jess, kahalagahan ng
Oo.
hypertext and intertext.
At intertext.
Wala po
Go,
ba
tutor!
okay, there you go.
Yes!
Wala po bang natawa ako dun, Sir Jess.
Okay. Tutor Zen,
Oo.
go!
So, yun
Alright.
ha,
Yun na.
learners. Abangan namin
Mm.
yan. So, this ends our session for this afternoon, Sir Jess. So, sa ating mga learners, I will leave you with this saying that we are just travelers in the lane of love and learning. Down the road, we will surely meet again. Ayan, intertext din yan, Sir
Yes!
Jess.
Yes, tama
Ah,
ka, Tutor Zen. So then
what about,
according to Vivek Madlani, never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Yan.
mm,
So
tama,
Tutor
Sir Jess.
Zen,
So
go.
our dear learners, you can also submit in our Facebook messengers or in our email your video recording kung ayaw niyong i-post
Yes.
muna sa DepEd ETUlay
Oh,
group.
post na kayo. Rins, Rosel,
Mm.
hello. Yes.
Nice to meet you
Paulit-ulit tayo
too,
magkikita
Rosel.
ha. So next
Oo.
Tuesday, same time ha.
Ah.
Same place or same
Mm.
platform. Itulay session.
Yes, Sir Jess.
Philippines.
And
This is Tutor Jess.
And this is Tutor Zen. Do not
Yes.
forget our dear learners, the next session for the speech class, and that's with Tutor DJ. Nice to meet you all sa lahat ng mga nakasama natin sa
Yes.
session na to. God,
Mabuhay
guys,
senior high school and reading and writing
mabuhay.
skills.
Mabuhay tayong lahat.
Yes. Bye-bye. See you.
See you.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!